Welcome, folks, to another Bit Bros podcast with Kradam and Boms.
Live from the basement.
Live from the basement. It's really a garage. We lost the heat, so it's fucking freezing.
It's freezing. I don't even care what your reason. Long John Silver, that shit got me queefing. That shit got chemicals. It got me all bad. Like, hey, man, what are these smells? What do they do?
Bombs got a pussy, so you know he be queefing.
Yep.
Anyways,
Yep.
welcome, folks. Welcome, folks, to another episode. We're glad that you guys decided to click and join in with us once again.
Yeah.
So I think we get right into it, and I want to pose a pretty basic question, just kick things off.
Sure.
That question is, how big is space in BBWs?
So space and BBW. So I would say
Let's first
Yeah.
try to like conceptualize space like in a more simple, more comprehensible measurement system, and then we'll break that down into BBWs.
Okay. So when I think of space, I think of like, you look up and you see the stars. And so what else do you see when you look up? You see ceilings, right? And so like, what's the biggest ceiling I've ever seen? Like, I guess like a huge museum.
I've been
or
to
like
like
a church.
Yeah, big church.
Yeah. So like, I guess space would have to be at least like 10x. So like, go to Vatican City, go to like the whatever the fuck the church is there. It's like space is like 10 times that, but like it's all just like right above you. So I think that's probably a fair baseline to start.
Yeah, but so like space, and this isn't fair because space, the science nerds out there will be like, oh, yeah, space is ever expanding, the universe, blah, 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 blah. So let's break it down to like our solar system.
Yeah.
Yeah, our solar system. They say like the Earth is like it takes like a giant number of Earths to like fill Jupiter.
Yeah.
So in that, if you think about that and you think about like the vastness of space,
Yeah.
you start to get confused.
I think like one thing to contextualize size here, like they say if you shrink it down, relatively, Earth is kind of like, let's say, a ball sack, one ball. Specifically, and then Earth. I mean, and then
it's definitely not two balls.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Unless you have like it's like a swollen ball thing, and like the other one's the moon.
Well, that's what I was going to get to.
Okay.
Well, actually, I was going a different direction in that Jupiter is kind of like a very inflamed testicle. Like think like Lance Armstrong.
You'd have to be extremely inflamed.
Pre-nut removal type of.
If you're talking like the comparison to like Earth to Jupiter in nut sacks, like one of those nut sacks is going to be like the size of a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Like just its diameter, and the other one's going to be a regular nutsack, a regular testicle.
Is it that much bigger? Is Jupiter that much bigger than us?
It's big, dude.
Yeah.
It's big. It's huge.
Yeah, but like I feel like, we're kind of like we're like a crunchy, dense treat.
Yeah.
And Jupiter is something of like an oatmeal pie, There's a lot of fluff.
So it's not as big as I said.
Okay.
But like 1,300 Earths could fit inside Jupiter.
Okay.
1,300 testicles is not the size of a skyscraper.
No,
like the size
of
a house.
Yeah.
Not even. It's the size of
1,300 testicles. So let's think about
maybe the size of this table.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What's 1,300 Ritz crackers? How high could you stack the Ritz?
The Ritz?
Yeah.
I couldn't stack 1,300 Ritz crackers. It would crumble.
Yeah. I guess you'd have to have like a base. So like 1,300 high,
1,300 high, yeah. Oh, wait. It's actually 1,321 Earths.
Okay.
According to Geeks for Geeks.
Yeah.
I believe the geeks.
I kind of believe the geeks.
Yeah. I believe the geeks over AI overview from Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back to, so I think we determined now the solar system's huge.
Big.
And now, if we're talking BBWs, there's a threshold. Like, how fat of a BBW are we talking about? Are we talking about, like, let's say she's, like, 5'6".
Yeah.
It's like an average girl's height, right? That might even be a little tall.
It is taller. The average is about 5'4".
All right, let's go 5'5".
Okay, 5'5".
5'5" and, like...
195.
No, we're going, like, 220.
5'5", 220? That's wide, dude.
That's
wide. That's not fitting in a door. That's going sideways. That's yeah.
Fine. We're gonna go taller.
Okay.
We're gonna go taller. We're gonna go like 5'7".
Okay, 5'7".
5'7", and like 250.
250. All right.
5'7", 250.
It's a lot. Yeah.
She's a hefty girl. No, actually, no. Let's, because space is huge. We need to go big. We're gonna go with like an SS BBW. You know, that's like the bigger one. That's like a, that's
what
like
does
a
SS stand?
I have no
Nazi BBWs,
probably
like they're overpowered.
Probably like super something.
What is
supersized BBW?
That makes sense. That totally makes sense. Yeah.
Supersize me.
All right.
I
don't want to totally.
Let's say
drop.
like we're talking like a 400-pound woman. This woman is huge.
I can't conceptualize a 400-pound woman. like to me, that's just like a bucket of like bags and like it's like you go like this and it's like it's like it like swirls around. Like
yeah. Well, she's huge.
Yeah.
All right, so 400-pound woman. There's tons of flabs on this woman.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the solar system. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's at least 2.
Yeah, maybe 2 and a caret. You know how in math, like they always like people would as a cop out, they do like the caret. Yeah. You'd just be like a 500. So like maybe 2 caret, like 5.
You mean 2
fifth power?
Two,
no,
like 2 to the 5th is not that big.
Yeah, but like I mean the carets,
You go like
where do they really take
you want? We're gonna need to talk like 2 to like 10,000. I don't even know. It's huge.
Okay, 2
massive
to 10,000.
Yeah,
carrots.
A lot of carrots.
A lot of carrots.
I don't like carrots. We've had this discussion.
Carrots are good.
No,
dude.
carrots suck,
are good.
Dude. Carrots suck.
If you're getting wings, you gotta wash
no,
those.
Carrots
you gotta
fucking
get carrots
suck,
down. You gotta wash them down with blue cheese.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Disgusting.
I do feel a little bit influenced by Bugs Bunny. Now, I usually eat baby carrots if I'm eating carrots.
I know. I watched you eat like 2 bags of baby carrots the other day.
Yeah, it was sick.
That was disgusting.
Everyone was like, "Oh, that's like pretty. Oh, yeah, that's
no,
cool."
Everyone in the room was like,
yeah.
everyone in the room was
Boms
like
is here.
holding in vomit.
Yeah.
I was the only one.
Nah. But like, yeah. Okay. Now let me switch it up a little bit here. If you let's say you're eating something, think a chicken finger, a long chicken finger here, where it's got a wide sort of a base, like a rounded base, and it goes all the way into a tip. Which part are you cutting into and biting first?
Like a big chicken finger?
A big chicken finger where it's got like that wide base, and then it like goes all the way into like the point. It's got a crispy point.
Do you mean which one am I biting into? I don't fucking.
Say you used a fork and a knife.
Why would I use a fork?
Say
and
you
a
used.
knife? Come on. Oh, we'll bleep that out.
Say you did it. Say you used a fork and a knife.
The tip.
The tip.
Yeah.
You start with the tip.
Yeah. Well, everyone who's been butt fucked knows you start with the tip. Just the tip.
As opposed to just what, like shoving the whole thing in? What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, maybe a ball or two.
A ball?
A ball or two.
In an asshole?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're up to these days.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna hate.
They're up to something.
I saw
they're up to no good.
Yeah, they are up to
they're
no
up
good.
to no good.
Yeah. They're scheming over there. Yeah. One ball goes in the asshole. You're like, where did that ball go? What's it doing? It's messing with the mainframe. It's gonna bring the whole system down. About it, like
Jesus Christ.
there's a lot of shit in a ball, right?
Yeah, there is a lot of shit in a ball.
A lot of testosterone.
Yeah.
That could supercharge a computer.
What is in a ball?
I think it's like sperm and like
no,
test.
like
yeah.
Not like in the nutsack.
Sure.
Like
just a ball.
Yeah.
I think it's like, is there tea in there? I know that there's got to be sperm in there, right? That's not in the sack. You think that's
it's
just
definitely no. The sperm is created by the testicles. I'm pretty confident of that.
Yeah.
But like, what is a testicle?
It's like a vegetable.
It's something.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
okay. I don't think we're gonna figure out what's in a testicle.
No.
But like, is there anything in the nutsack other than the testicle?
Yeah.
Is it? No, I don't think there's like liquid, like your balls aren't like floating around in like in something in like liquid in your nutsack. Well, there's no way.
Yeah,
I'd feel it sloshing.
Yeah, you would.
My clackers.
You're very perceptive.
I'm very perceptive.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is like if we ever tried to like hook a nutsack into a computer, Like they do, you know, like they make you like big and strong, you know, like they have all this energy in them, you know. What's to say that you know, maybe a computer is the wrong way to put it, but you know, instead of wind energy, why don't we use like ball energy, you know?
There's
how can I hook my TV up to my
I mean,
IT?
at that point, you're thinking about just like cellular like energy, harnessing like cellular energy. In which case, like we'd like be like enslaving like the homeless to like harness their energy until like their life force is just like sucked out.
Well, I'm a libertarian. I would find people retarded enough to do it voluntarily, so then I could, you know, wash my hands of it and pass the buck. You don't do things by force; you just trick people. That's how we do it in America. That's how we, you know, got everyone hooked on fentanyl and booze and you know all this shit.
Yeah.
Find people retarded enough to make money off of, you know, or find people invalid enough to make money off of.
Yeah.
Or, you know, whatever term isn't going to get, you know, me
canceled. You canceled, yeah. We'll figure it out one day.
Who gives a shit?
It'll take us a few tries, but we'll after about 6 cancellations, we'll find our feet.
Well, yeah, we'll see what's what. We'll get him. We'll get him. Yeah. But why aren't the nerds working on this? Like, what are the nerds doing?
Dude, well, okay.
Crypto?
I was actually thinking about like on the topic
Crypto, you fucking
on
dork.
the topic of like what are the nerds doing these days? Like, and this is really like the question of like there are certain things, or like the statement I will state right now that there are certain things that like it makes no fucking sense that science hasn't figured it out yet.
Okay, yeah.
For instance, how the fuck are we still getting stains on our clothes? How the fuck have they not figured out how to completely eliminate stains?
Yeah.
That's absurd. Elon Musk has got fucking robots walking around now, like iRobot with Will Smith, and I can't get a goddamn fucking shit stain out of my breeches.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. You know why? Yeah. Why do we need like water? You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Excuse you.
Yeah. No.
Fuck you. But yeah, you know what I mean, dude? Like, fuck that. And I don't know. There's tons of things. Like, what's like one thing?
I mean, actually, no. I'm against you here. I'm against you because like we need to be hooking up these our testicles to make helicopters. Like, I'm done with stains. Like we've done enough on the mundane shit. Like, let's think big picture here. Let's stop being fucking losers. You know?
Nah. Well, that's like what this robot shit is working towards for you. Okay, they're working towards your goal. But can like, I'm talking like some basic life things that like.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I don't know, dude. How many rocket ships would we be able to like drive to work right now if we didn't think of the dishwasher? Like, how many nerds had to get put together to think of a dishwasher? Like, just wash your fucking dishes. How about that?
Dude, dishwashers are hype. What the fuck are you talking about?
They are hype, but like, if I could take a fucking rocket ship to work, like, that'd be better, you know?
So, I was watching Always Sunny before you got here.
Yeah.
My favorite show. Kradam's favorite show will always be It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I had just watched the Dentist System episode. Great episode. Classic.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, like, all right, you know, this is hilarious, and obviously it's a joke, but like it's kind of smart.
Don't do it, dude.
But like it's not going to work. So no, I know, but like then I started thinking like, well, there definitely is like a real system. So like, what is the real dentist system? Like, what is the system that foolproof will get a girl to fall in love with you?
Well, let me attack the premise right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Why do you think the dentist system wouldn't work? I think they thought that out and they were like, this low key would work, and it's super fucked up, and that's what makes it hilarious. I think it would work.
Wait,
which one? Which letter? Take me. Okay, number 1, demonstrate value.
Yeah.
Obviously, girls don't want fucking losers, right?
So
no.
That's what I'm saying.
Correct.
It's right, but like his like the way they depict it is like super like, you know, like comical and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Like, how do you execute that dentist system like in a way that would actually work? Like,
okay, well,
think about like how you would realistically demonstrate your value. How you would, how would you realistically go through?
Well, one of the reasons that it's funny is that Dennis is a terrible person. He doesn't actually have any value besides like thinking that he's like the shit and like ruining his friends' lives.
Well, he's a fucking sociopath.
But like in reality, like when people, the courtship process, I mean, it involves all these things. Like I said, girls aren't going to date a fucking loser.
Yeah,
you demonstrate your value, whether it's that you're funny, whether it's that you're smart, whether it's that you're good
okay,
looking.
so let me ask you that. Actually, I should rephrase this scenario. This is a
Okay,
better
okay.
thing. All right, we're talking 2024. Cute, cute brunette white chick who is super quiet and like.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We'll do this for you. She's Jewish.
Okay.
She's also
Get me
Jewish.
into the mode. Get me.
Yeah,
Get me.
I gotta.
Have me be there, dude. I gotta be there.
To
Yeah, take
you
me there.
specifically. Yeah,
Take
yeah,
me
yeah.
there. Yeah. Okay.
She's Jewish.
Sure.
And she likes that part about herself. She doesn't
Hell
hate
yeah.
that
Hell
about
yeah.
herself.
Hell yeah. Okay.
And
Unlike me, yeah.
and she is a she's just finished her poli-sci degree.
Ooh.
Yeah, she just finished her poli-sci degree.
Yeah.
She's like 5'3".
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm on a date with her.
Yeah.
What?
No. Okay,
wait,
so
what's-
all right.
give
So
me the
this is this is the
circumstances.
woman.
Okay.
This is the woman,
Yeah.
and like now, you know who this woman is. So, what in your mind? Like, how are you demonstrating your value to this woman? What is she gonna?
Okay,
like?
so a lot of this is
Yeah,
going to
what
depend.
is she gonna like?
A lot of this is going to depend on circumstances,
Yeah.
right? And I'm going to thrive in certain circumstances and not thrive in others. Going up to a chick and like flashing a Rolex, like doing that, like I don't think that would work on her.
Yeah.
Because I'm already in love with her based on how you described her, and she would never go for some bullshit like that.
Bombs got dentist on site.
Yeah, I
on
got,
site.
yeah. I'm already
not
dentist
even.
for her.
Not even.
Yeah.
Description, just from the description.
Yeah. I mean, guys
Never even-
are pretty easy to dentist.
He's never even seen her.
Guys are like auto dentist.
Yeah, that's true.
To like
that's true.
tits and ass. And
Yeah.
the
Okay, so
assumption that there's a pussy.
Go on, your dad. What are you doing?
Okay. Yeah. So first, I need to ask a question. Where is she? Who is she? Where does she work? How am I seeing her? In what context? Because that's going to depend a lot on the next steps.
All right. Well, I don't know how to do this without disclosing some personal information about yourself.
No, you don't have to. So you're going to say it's at work? Is that what it is?
She's an intern at work.
Oh, dude. If she's an intern at work, it's easy money.
Let's hear it, bro.
She's an intern at work. All right. So the reason that's easy money, let me break that down too, is especially for somebody like me who, I think I'm like, solid looking. I'm okay looking. I'm not like a beautiful man. But
He's no Gosling.
But I'm not bad looking.
No, you're a great looking guy, Bombs.
And I think I'm a good conversationalist. I think in work, I think I do a good job of projecting competence.
Yes.
And so that's where we talk about demonstrating value.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't just do it with that. I would maybe if I have like a win or I have like let's say a tough situation comes up at work. I have a tough or assignment. What I would do is, maybe go up to her desk and tell her, "Oh, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up," and then start talking.
Yeah.
I would say, describe the situation, talk about the pros and cons, and she'll be like, "Wow, he's really thinking this through.
Yeah.
He's really smart," And then I wouldn't want to just leave the value there, though. I'm not some fucking geek. I'm not some fucking nerd.
Yeah, you got to show your life outside of work
also,
too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to Kradam's house. We're having some beers.
And that's
Yeah.
alone. You don't have to say anything else because she'll be like, "Oh, Kradam's house." She'll be like, "Oh yeah, I banged him a week ago."
Yo, chill. Yo, back the fuck off.
Dude, that's my girl.
Back the fuck
That's
off.
my fucking girl.
Back the fuck off.
Ah! All right. Anyways,
Yeah.
so that's how you demonstrate your value.
And the thing is, if I have all these reps, if this was a one go and she's just reading at a coffee shop and she has no connection to my, it would be, there's no connection to my workplace. It would be way fucking harder. But if I'm seeing her every day, let's talk about some of the ways people demonstrate value, right? So one of the ways they do it is with money, right? And this is something that cynical
Especially
guys
like we're talking
talk about all the
2024,
time.
modern day demonstrating your value.
Yeah. And
Money
so
is a big thing now.
What does money do? It signals right away. It's the cynical incels who are about 70% of our audience, what they'll think is, "Oh, girls just like guys for their money." That's not true. Girls are not attracted to money. Girls are attracted to what money signals. If you have money, that shows you're probably intelligent, you're probably hardworking. That might not be true, but what it shows is that's likely to be true. It's definitely a hell of a lot more likely than a homeless guy, right? And
Yeah,
so that's where
that's true.
they're attracted to the possibility of that. The possibility that you'll use those skills to be a good partner, to have good genes to pass down, to provide for them, to do all these things. And so if you have money in a one-off situation, that's an easy way to send that signal and send it fast.
Yeah.
But if I'm seeing her every day, I can slowly send that signal, She's not going to get my full personality, everything I have to offer right away.
Yeah.
But if I see her every day, the signal will come through because I'll have 100 different chances to send it.
All right, because you're going because you're playing too long of a game for my liking, I'm going to say you have a week. She's working there for a week.
Okay, she's working there.
Yeah.
Okay, that
You got
definitely
a
makes
week,
it harder.
buddy.
That definitely makes it harder.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the problem is, I want to get all my signals in. I want to get all my reps in, but I don't want to be a fucking creep who's trying to talk to her.
No, you got to figure it out in a week, dude. You got
a
a week.
So I can't do too much.
No.
So my goal going in is going to be, I'm going to have 2 or 3 good interactions along those lines, maybe more if we share a common lunch or whatever. And by the end, I'm going to say, oh, haha, next time I go to Kradam's, you should come, whatever. Get her number and then get the date. But those 2 to 3 interactions, I'm going to have to do well. I'm going to have to demonstrate my value.
Yeah.
What the fuck is E?
I got you. So you got next is engage physically.
Engage physically. So I'm not going to be able to do that in the first week. Maybe some guys would.
Yeah.
I'm not that
No.
kind of
Well,
guy.
no.
I'm not that kind of guy.
You just have to demonstrate the value and get her number in the first week.
Exactly. And so I'm going to be doing those same things I was saying earlier.
And then you do that over some time.
But the thing is, if I fuck up the first interaction, I'm probably cooked, right? If I fuck up that first interaction, she's like, oh, this guy's kind of weird. The next time I try to talk to her, she's gonna be trying to get out of the conversation. Yeah. So it's not guaranteed. That's why I said if she's an intern for the summer, I'm gonna have enough reps.
Yeah. So okay. This is a 5'3", petite, brunette, Jewish, freshly graduated poli-sci major.
Word. Yeah.
How are you engaging her physically?
How am I engaging her physically?
Yeah, dude.
I'm actually not that good at this. I have a long-term girlfriend who, the first time we made out, afterwards, after the fact, she was like, "You should have kissed me earlier." I was like, and so
you're a waiter.
I another word for it is pussy.
Okay. Yeah. I was trying to be nice.
So
dude.
I'm not. That's something that I think I could work on. Strengthen up my dentist system. Keep that shit tight. So yeah, I mean, a way to do that would be, going for the touch, eating dinner or whatnot, a greeted hug, although, that's pretty banal. But it's not banal if things are already charged up. So, I would try to get a casual touch in. I am a pussy. So this would be the hardest letter for me. I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So anyways,
and then kiss. Sure.
You kiss. Now this is the most interesting one in my opinion.
Yeah.
Nurturing dependence.
Nurturing dependence. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you say it's the most interesting. I actually think for me, it's very easy. And I sound like a sociopath saying that, but I swear.
I love this response. I love the quickness here.
I swear. I mean, this is
I love
just.
the quickness
It is
here.
what it is. It's it's my personality. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna help her with the things that she's going on in her life. Sometimes to my own detriment. You send the wrong signals to girls that you don't actually like, kind of thing. And so. Dependence is kind of it makes it sound kind of pernicious. But,
Yeah.
Really what you're talking about, it's really an extension of demonstrating your value. That when she has problems, when she has somebody to talk to, I'm gonna be somebody who's gonna be good
nurturing
to talk
dependence is much more than that, bro.
to. Okay, well explain.
What are you providing to her? That
I'm saying
makes her-
emotional support. She's gonna say, "Oh, every time I have a problem, I can go to Leor."
A chick can find
Or
another.
every time she has a problem, I go to
A chick can
Boms.
find another person. If you want to be emotional support, then you have to start eliminate anyone else who could be her emotional support.
Okay, but you're just talking about competition. Of course, you could go to anyone else, and this could happen.
Yeah, so
but
you need
I'm
to.
saying I
you
think
need
I'm
to
good
like.
at it.
You need to
know?
find. You need to You need. That's not safe enough, bro. You need to lock that down.
I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna fucking call her phone and be like, "Get outside, bitch." Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that part of the dentist system. But I mean,
No,
that,
that's. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, you could do that, but okay, all right, go on. I want to hear your dentist system. I don't want to
So-
step on your toes.
Nurture dependence. I mean, it's going to be, she has a problem in her life. She has this or that. And I mean, the truth is, maybe I'm being egotistical, but I do think I'm good at this stuff. And so I'm confident that I could outcompete other guys that she's talking to at the same time with this kind of emotional support thing. I'm not going to take that jump. to threaten her life
yeah.
and then comfort her after the fact.
Just to the audience, like Bombs is really good at this. Like he talked me from chopping my cock off the other day.
Yeah.
It was really
He was
hard.
really hell bent on chopping.
I was
cock off.
hell bent.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was a bit.
My girl.
I'm not sure.
My girl is very, very grateful to Bombs right now for all he's done.
Yeah. So in that sense, you're dependent on me to
to
convince you from not chopping your cock off. Yeah.
You've nurtured my dependence.
Yeah.
All right, neglect emotionally. What are you doing?
Neglect. So this is really the psychopath stuff.
Okay,
so this I wouldn't do. This is like fucked up, So maybe the dentist system, maybe it's not there in a sense,
No,
but
it totally is.
But no, it actually totally is. I just realized because
Totally is.
this is the natural step. The dentist system is for guys, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work the other way. Neglect emotionally. This tends to be how relationships work for me.
Yeah.
Even if the girl is into you first, you're sort of more into her. Once you realize that she's into you, you're like, oh, dude. You like start thinking about like all the different angles, like side to side. Oh, like what does she look like with her ass stuck up in the air, with her face on the pillow,
upside, backwards, inside out.
Yeah, all which way directions. I'm not an engineer like you, but you could break down the angles better than I. So even if the girl technically
sine, cosine,
you're gonna be more into it.
Tangent.
And then once things move along and she's sort of into it, then just naturally what happens is the girl gets really into you and you get less into her. And so the neglect emotional thing honestly is kind of natural. it just kind of is for guys. And it's something that you end up.
I've been guilty of it many times.
As the relationship goes on, and she'll that initial spark and oxytocin, or whatever the fuck it's called, wears off. She's gonna get upset with you and say, you're not giving me the same energy I'm giving you, and then you have to compromise, and that's how a relationship stays together for a long time. But that step is kind of natural.
I was about to say, like, of all the steps on the dentist system, that's probably like the one that's like most based in like just like truth, like straight up truth.
Yeah.
Every relationship, long-term relationship.
I mean, Dennis does it purposely.
Every long-term relationship I've had, like. There was a period after like what they call the honeymoon phase where I very much neglected emotionally.
Yeah.
I think most guys. I think most guys. And like if if the relationship's worth it, like you snap out of that shit.
Yeah.
And hope that they won't fucking hate you for
it
that.
Tends
shit.
to be like you realize things are going bad and you're like, I don't want to lose this person. Like I have to compromise.
That's what you'd hope would happen.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay. So how are you inspiring hope? I hope it's a really cheesy like thing that you're gonna do.
How do I inspire hope? So I guess this is also chronological. So this is after the neglect emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, then it is kind of cheesy, right? You do these big gestures. You show up where she's not expecting it. You basically what you do is you go back to nurturing dependence. I mean that's what it is, right? You not necessarily cynically, but definitely calculatedly. Like this one isn't like necessarily natural like the other ones.
Okay, I have to interject because I think you're leaving out a very important part, and this is all they really show in the episode. But I do think that this is like a big part of the whole inspire hope.
Okay,
and I did. Oh God, I feel bad. I did this really. I did it in a really bad way to someone a long time ago.
Yeah,
if they ever watch this, they'll know exactly who they are.
Okay.
You have to bang.
You have to bang.
The physicality of it.
That's a great point.
It's important.
Not just bang, but bang well. Bang
and passionately.
Deeply and passionately. No, that I'm really glad you pointed that out.
It's got to be hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
I'm
glad you pointed that out.
I hate
that
to,
is
like.
A lot
I actually don't. I don't hate to say it. Like it's just the truth.
It's just the truth.
Yeah, it's just the truth.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Some fucking bitch boy cuck sergeant is gonna be like, oh, I never do that. I just do what I'm in touch with my woman is. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and
you're
then
lying,
I don't even need.
You're lying to yourself.
I don't even. Well, actually, this is actually important given. To most the general situation, the last one is not important, but because of the girl that I explained to you, it is important because the separate entirely, like the girl I just described, like 100% is batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was kind of implied just from her description.
Yeah.
So the separate entirely might be tougher than most.
I've had really bad experiences.
I know you
entirely.
have.
I know
you have, dude. Some really bad ones.
So yeah, basically the dentist system is foolproof, peer-reviewed science.
Yes, it is.
replicable.
Yeah.
You know, all the
Yeah.
fucking social
Yeah.
science words
Yeah.
for a study.
And
that
you know,
makes,
they're
that's,
gonna
like,
watch this and they're gonna
bulletproof.
hate it.
Yeah.
You know, if this Always Sunny cast ever watched this, which
Yeah.
they never will, but if they ever did, they would probably hate this. And they think
Yeah.
we're losers for like going over the dentist system.
They will.
Yeah, which is fine, but I don't.
They
care
also act
because
like-
we are.
Yeah.
When it comes to Always Sunny, I'm a fucking nerd. So
Yeah.
whatever.
I
man.
will say my opinion on Always Sunny. I think, you know, obviously they are joking, but I think there's more. They believe in their hearts more that there's more kernels of truth than
Yeah,
they will let on after
they
the
take
fact.
these kernels.
They say it's like
yeah.
a whole like whatever, but
Yeah.
like they
No,
know there's more.
They
to
take
it.
kernels of truth and they just add the most depravity they can to it.
Yeah. And it's
And
fucking
it's
funny.
awesome.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah.
It is awesome. It's fucking sick.
In a way, so that didn't have a traditional inappropriate stuff, but in a way that was our most fucked up segment to this point.
Yeah.
Actually, no, our segments have been really fucked up. The ones that aren't on camera, they're really fucked
The
up.
non-camera
The non-camera ones are worse, but like of the ones
Oh
that
my
like, I think we
God.
would put out, yeah.
Oh, okay. We were talking about this
Yeah.
not too long. I don't know. I don't even know if I was talking about it with you, but thinking like we were watching some cult shit, some cult documentary.
Yeah,
Got me
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about cults
Yeah.
and like a cult leader and like how they obviously have like a rise to power.
Yeah.
As anyone in a place of power does. There has to be a rise.
Yeah.
So like at what point of that rise does a cult leader have the power to fuck all the women? You know?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Because you can't do it too early.
No.
You definitely can't do it too early.
No, not only can he
Yeah,
not
yeah,
do,
yeah.
like he doesn't have the power like
He can't even get
like,
the
they're
girls
not
to
gonna
fuck him,
want
probably.
to,
Yeah.
but like he doesn't like there's probably a point in a cult like if the cult does if they they don't kill themselves too early like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
cult that it gets to where like he doesn't have to ask.
Yeah.
But there's a point before that where like he's adored
yeah.
and they like want to fuck him.
Yeah.
So
but
that's
but
probably
the time isn't
yeah,
right.
but that's probably the
season
first,
isn't
that's
ripe
probably
yet.
the first stage.
Yeah.
So like all right, so at what point how does he get to that point?
Yeah.
You know?
I think how he gets to that point. So this is where I'm going to take this. So women, you know, they respond to courage, they respond to charisma, they respond to confidence. Really, what the question is when are the men neutralized? When are the men, effectively in line that you know that you're not threatened by the women's husbands who you're gonna fuck as a cult leader? And I think at that point, it's when you have to get a majority of the men on your side.
Yeah.
It has to be clear that if shit hits the fan, everyone's going to take your side. If you point to that guy and say, well, no, actually it's him, everybody's going to follow you. And so I think what that is, you know, people respond to, obviously respond to incentives, but men, they respond with fear. You know, you have to strike fear into the hearts of these men that if they get on your bad side, that their life is over, that their girl is going to choose you over them, that all their friends, all their social circle, and that's why, you know, they do things like isolation in cults, right? They say you can't talk to anybody else, you can't talk to any non-members, non-believers, because they want your whole life to be bound up in this cult.
Oh, absolutely,
So I think once their whole life is bound up in the cult, and the fear of stepping on you is the fear of losing their whole life, at that point, the men are going to let you fuck their wives. Or they're not explicitly.
They definitely will.
But they're not going to.
All right. Is there a point before that where the women want to fuck him, but the husbands won't let them?
The women want to fuck like once they're in the cult. Once they see
they
you as a
won't join-
powerful man,
oh God,
you're the leader.
You're probably right. You're probably
women
right.
want to fuck the leader.
Yeah, I guess. But do you think you could start your own cult?
I don't think I could. I don't think I have what it takes. I don't think.
What would your message be?
My message be?
Yeah, what's your message? Why are you the guy?
Why am I the guy? Okay. I guess I would like go through some like thing about how I mean, the thing is, I would think that you'd really have to develop a philosophy or Actually, not even. You just have to have confidence, right? You really just have to have confidence. And so I would get well read or well informed on my own bullshit.
I wouldn't just say confidence.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference between confidence and charisma.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to have charisma.
Yeah.
Like, charisma to me is a mix of confidence and manipulation.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
I don't know if either of us have charisma.
I think we have charisma for sure, but the question is, do we have that much charisma? And also, are you willing to, manipulate people to that extent? I think I would have a hard time. Not because I'm a good person.
I think if something really bad happened to me and I snapped, I could do it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think we both have the charisma. I think.
Yeah.
The charisma for this, I don't know.
I
We
know
both are
for a
charismatic.
fact that I am capable of deep evils.
We're all capable of deep evils. But yeah, no, yeah. What, dude? What?
All right. Now, this is something this is a little risky, but it's October.
Yeah.
Hopefully this gets released in October.
Yeah.
Who knows if it will, but this was filmed in October. And it's, we live in Massachusetts, and you got to think about Salem around Halloween.
Sure.
Salem is Halloween country.
Yeah.
And was there something to those witch trials? Like, were they onto something?
Let me take a quick break to take a piss. I'll be right back. All right. Well, like I said, we're going to take a break.
Wait,
so
where's my beer?
It's right there.
Bombs, you
Right
got
there.
me a beer.
Like I said, we're going to take a quick break. And so during this break, what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick ad read. So you may have heard of Tylenol PM. Something, you take it, you go to bed. It's acetaminophen. It helps you with the pains, helps you sleep.
Tylenol sucks.
What we got is Bilanol BM. It's also acetaminophen. It's not PM, though. It is PM, but it's also BM. Bust medicine.
Oh, I thought.
What that is
That's what it is. I thought we were talking about bowel movements.
Do you miss having wet dreams? Do you want to wake up in the middle of the night
Well, this is a good medication.
in a night sweat of terror and pleasure? Do you want to feel down towards your crotch area and feel a big puddle of glup? Well, let me tell you this. Bilanol BM is what is for you. Take the medicine, feel good, alleviate your pain, fall asleep, think about banging your teacher from 8th grade, and then bust. And then wake up.
Side effects may include giant erections that make your penis explode.
Yeah.
As well. Please do not take this during the day.
Yeah.
As you will have a boner that grows until it's a skyscraper and never shrinks back down.
Yeah. If you're a pussy.
You might think it's cool, but it is not cool.
Yeah.
Not for kids unless they're cool.
Yeah. Or, you might, as Kendrick Lamar once did, have a dick as big as the Eiffel Tower and then fuck the world for 72 hours.
I can't. What a man of feats.
Yeah,
many feats,
dude. He's a
man
triple
of many
threat.
feats.
He's a
dude.
hyphenated star, dude. He does it all. He does it all, man.
Christ,
he fucked the earth.
He fucked the earth, dude.
And he beat Drake in a diss battle.
Well, Drake's.
What can he
It's
do?
not that I could beat Drake in a diss battle.
Nah, dude. Drake's pretty good at dissing. I disagree. I don't like Drake's music. I think he's pretty good at dissing. I just think Kendrick was better. I think the best song in that rap beef was Euphoria by Kendrick. But I think Family Matters was a really good diss song. Kendrick's
That's what I have to say to Drake, dude.
Right. I don't like Drake either, but I just think, when he's being like a pussy and he's like talking about like how he's sad and because I don't know, his tampon is overrunning with blood. I
Something
don't like
like
him.
that. Yeah.
Something like that. But like when he's like focused and to the point and he has like a target to hit, I actually think he's pretty good.
I liked his old basketball tapes back in the day.
What do you mean basketball tapes?
What
Like
do you mean?
forever? What do you mean?
Dude, like his basketball tapes? Like his first few albums that were like just like made for basketball.
Yeah, his first few. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, back when he was like being put in like the black the backcourt or black court.
Black court.
What's it called?
I feel like you're not supposed to say that.
No, but that's what on 2K.
Oh, back court. Black top.
Black top. That's what it is.
What
I was a black court. No, black top. Black top. Yeah, the black top, and he was one of the playable characters. Drake.
Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah.
That was a great game. The Jordan edition.
That was a great game.
What a great game.
Yeah. I
That's
that
the best
era.
2K in my opinion.
Yeah.
Fuck. Bring back
All right.
old sports games. Why do they all suck now?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all.
You think you're making them better? You're not. All right, big gaming. This one's to you. Fuck you. Eat my cock.
All right. Give me a topic.
Dude, so
give me something to run with.
What is the most useless bachelor's degree these days?
Oh, the most useless bachelor's degree.
And let's not go to like thinking of some like really obscure one of like normal bachelor's degrees to get. Like, what's the most useless one?
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna start.
Sure.
In my opinion, it's pretty much any arts degree. And I'll tell you why.
Okay, tell me.
Because, look, yes, any person. Let's take.
I'll have you know I'm a bachelor of arts.
No, not like that. I mean, like of like performing or fine arts.
Okay. Liberal arts. That's what it is.
Yeah,
political science. Yeah.
I'm talking about like performing fine arts, and
that one's pretty useless too, though.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
So, let's take like an acting degree. And oh god, we have a friend who has an acting degree. I love you, man. I do love you.
Fine.
I love you. But
he's really smart too.
I know. But let's take so an acting degree, right?
Yeah. Corporate.
Yeah, corporate.
Yeah.
An acting degree. And like, yes, you can learn things. You can.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're either talented or you're not.
Yeah.
Like,
I do think the learning things matters though. I've been dabbling in acting now. It's hard.
If you're a shit actor, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna like be able to go to school and like your cap of learning is nowhere near close enough to like actually make it somewhere.
Well, let me give you a counter argument. If you're a fucking dipshit and you try to get a physics degree, I mean, you won't even get the physics degree, which I guess is part of your point. But like, you're not gonna make it in physics if you're a dipshit. It's a different skill, but you know
you're not gonna get the degree. But you're not gonna get the degree, dude. You can get the acting degree.
And so that's a necessary barrier because physics degrees don't just take your money.
It's just something to keep in mind.
That's true. Yeah. No, that is to the point because
it's the same thing with music. Like you have to be born with a certain amount of talent.
Yeah.
For you to make it in that industry.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that baseline of talent,
Berkeley,
then you're wasting your money going and getting that degree.
And if you already have it,
it's one in a million.
I don't know that it's true though, because I think what you're going is if you already have that talent, then you don't need the degree. But I think you maybe do need the degree for I mean, unless if you're independent, you're independent. And
you don't need that degree.
You maybe don't because you can put your own body of work out there. But like maybe to meet other artists,
you can still do that.
Other great artists though.
Yeah, for sure.
You can, but it's harder though.
I don't think
it's
so.
it's such a natural.
I don't think so because my argument would be that not all the greatest artists are at the schools.
Yeah, but on average, way more than like where you would meet your everyday Joe artist. It's more likely.
I guess. I still think
your everyday Joe artist might be
I still
better.
would argue that's the most useless degree.
Yeah.
As far as what you learn applying to like the only time I allow it is like if you're learning about like production or like film editing and like that's like a tangible like that's not like a talent performing talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that also feels like it could be like a 12-week certification.
And you know what?
Do you need to go to college for that?
Is the worst is fucking like fine arts, like taking
like painting.
Say like a painting, some sort of painting degree. Like you're either good or if you're not good, you're not. You can only learn so much, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, also like, the thing is, if you really want to learn about something, academia is a good way to do it. It's a good way to keep you honest, to keep you sort of scheduled.
Yeah.
So like I know people who've done like history of art or like Shakespeare,
Yeah.
the classics and stuff. And it's like that's a good sort of track, but it's also like, is that really worth the money?
Well, dude, this is the other thing with that is like there's a lot of job industries out there that like won't hire you without the degree. Right?
Yeah. So for those the degree is necessary.
Acting is not or arts is not one of those things. It just, you know what I mean? It's not one of those things.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you said the physics degree. Yeah, the dude might be retarded and, like, doesn't understand physics because he checked out the entire time, but he has the degree and he can still get the job.
Yeah.
Whether or not he does well. But, like, that's a big thing in my mind to keep in mind is, like, if you don't need the degree for the industry, that already takes a level of use out of it.
Yeah. But there's also the question of breaking into the industry. So like sales, for example, you don't need to go to college for sales, but a lot of sales jobs
you don't need to, but a lot of sales jobs exactly. There's the only jobs in like music or acting that I could think of that require you to have a degree are like a teaching job.
Yeah, but when do getting those degrees help you compile like a reel that you could show people?
Yeah, but you can do that on your own anyways.
It does feel like there's more cost-effective ways to do that.
Way more cost-effective ways to do that. Yeah. Like instead of fucking spending hundreds of thousands, or not hundreds, spending tens of thousands of dollars on a college degree.
Yeah.
More than that. I mean, you are spending probably hundreds of thousands of dollars for a 4-year degree.
Yeah.
At most schools. I know, yeah, my schooling was.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, save that money and instead spend it on wicked nice equipment to, like, make nice stuff for, you know. That's going to be way less money than the total that you're spending on fucking college, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you spend, like, 50 to 60K. You spend, like, 1 year of college tuition for like, really nice equipment. Way better than the equipment that we're fucking using.
Yeah.
And, like, do some dope shit. You don't need that degree.
What this makes me think of, though, really is the people aspect of it. Like, for me, so I've like wanted to do like things in arts, whatever. I took like a small stand-up class once, like a few weeks.
Well, you are
fucking
now,
bailed on
dude.
me on
You are
that.
now. You're a bit bro now.
I'm a bit bro now. But you know, I've always had these ideas, but it was always hard for me to like really like brainstorm and make content alone. 'Cause I don't like doing that alone. It's not fun for me. I like being social. I like being with people. When I'm brainstorming with you about ideas, it's like I'm way more motivated. I'm having fun while I'm doing it.
Yeah,
like,
I feel.
Such a big part of the creative process, especially for people who are like more extroverted, is like having somebody there with you, like having somebody along the ride, building something with somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, for me, if I'm doing it completely alone, like I'm just never gonna have the motivation because it's not gonna be fun for me if I'm not sharing it with someone.
I feel that. It's definitely more fun when you're with people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But, I mean, just with us, you know, our fucking shit that we do.
Yeah.
It's definitely taught me how to, like, find the fun in it by myself.
Yeah,
It's had to.
You have to.
You have to. You have to.
We're busy guys.
Yeah, we're busy guys.
Yeah.
And we put in, you know, we put in a lot of work. We hope you guys like our content.
Yeah.
If you don't, I don't know why you'd be watching
Yeah,
it.
fuck you. Yeah,
But-
you're in the out
yeah,
group.
but
I'm gonna fuck your wife.
bottom line is
There's nothing you can do about it.
and degrees like that where like you don't even need the degree to break into the industry.
Yeah.
I think that's useless. I also I was gonna say like a religion degree, but like if you want to be like a preacher of sorts, like you often need a degree. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts though? What any degrees that you could think of that are more useless? I've had a lot of Uber drivers that told me that they were psych majors.
Yeah.
A lot of Uber drivers.
Well, a lot of psych is just horseshit. A lot of the famous, we talked about a little bit about this earlier, not really. A lot of like the famous psych experiments, like the Stanford experiment, or like I don't know if maybe the Zimbardo one isn't bullshit. A lot of them are just horseshit. Like they try to replicate them. Like they had this big like, you know, sort of pop sensation where it's like, oh, like yeah, the Stanford experiment. Like you assume these roles once you're like sort of given the outlines, and it's like they try to replicate those. And it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, there's, you know, it's called the replicability crisis in psychology, where like, there's not a lot of things that they're able to that actually hold steady. Even if, you know, there's all these things like, oh, you should, like power poses. If you go like this all the time, like you'll go from being a twink geek into being like a powerful man, like Superman. Like, oh. And it's like, well, actually, no, you're just a fucking dweeb.
It's like
so
management
you're still a
101.
dweeb. You're just an awkward dweeb going like that.
Jesus
you know?
Christ, dude.
So
Jesus
a lot of that
Christ.
shit, and I mean, smart people, smart, ambitious people have like spent a lot of money and spent a lot of time like trying to feed into that shit, and it's, you know, it's a waste. So
I agree.
psychology is also immoral. If you're a psychologist, you know, think about that.
Yeah. I think that in my opinion, those are the most useless.
Yeah, I mean, communications everyone shits on because it's like, what the fuck even is that? But like, if you're doing college to get like a job in like sales or like something like that,
Or even business.
or business,
You could get the communications degree, which
Yeah.
I assume is easier than the business degree, and it'll still get your foot in the door.
I mean, it'll be easier with a business degree just because of the math
No,
component.
no.
If
I'm
people-
saying like
yeah.
getting the degree,
Oh.
a communications degree is probably an easier degree to get than
Oh, way
business
fucking
degree.
easier. Business
But
degree,
like,
you need like
bottom
calculus.
line is both business will put you higher on a higher step through the door,
Yeah.
but communications will still put you in the door in
Yeah.
business, and then it's up to you to like be good at it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I got fucked by school, and like I ended up having to extend by 2 semesters because of 2 class cancellations, and each class that got canceled was only offered a certain semester, so I had to extend 2 semesters. But I had to stay a full-time student, especially because I'm getting health insurance through the school.
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck it, I'll pick up a business management major. And like, I mean, you mentioned it earlier. I did an engineering major, and it's fucking like that shit was not easy.
Yeah.
This business management shit, these kids are stressing out, bro. I mean, these guys are like, that's their major.
Yeah.
And I'm just like taking these courses, and I'm in like pretty basic ones, like not 101s, but like step up from 101s. And these kids are tweaking over literally nothing.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude. And it I don't even fucking know, dude. It's honestly, it blows my mind. And I'm in a class where they literally did that. What reminded me is your fucking power pose thing.
Yeah.
Like, these kids have to do like a presentation. Like, we have to like do like certain things that we went over in the class or whatever in the fucking presentation. The kids are like, I need to make sure I'm doing my power pose. I'm like, bro, this is absurd.
Yeah.
Like, this is wild.
Yeah.
Like, I'm used to doing like 5-page fucking math problems that you never get right.
Well, that's the thing. I have heard, so, obviously to some extent there's always value in going to like more prestigious schools, right? Like Harvard, Penn, beyond just academic. I mean, academics is honestly fucking none of it. It's all prestige.
Yeah,
right?
it's all the name. It's all
you can all of a sudden you're in certain dating pools. You're in.
Actually, I take that back because I went to community college and then to Wentworth.
Yeah.
The quality of education,
the
quality of education that I got at the community college I went to, Middlesex Community College, shout out, they're fucking awesome. Lowell, Massachusetts, was so much better than the education that I got at Wentworth.
Really?
Yeah, dude, Wentworth is a dog shit institution.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly the fucking point I was about to make. So they've done like surveys and like research. I forget the fucking thing that I'm citing exactly, but basically what they found was going to more prestigious schools matters a lot if you're in like the liberal arts, like things that I did, like political science, economics, communications, all of these kind of things. For engineering, it doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter at all.
so not true.
No, it does.
That's so not true.
They
dude.
found
That's
that
so
in terms
true.
of getting jobs, it's like, I mean, maybe the top levels.
Yeah, it is the top levels. Like if you went to like fucking Purdue, or like MIT, or I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Depending on what engineering you are, like UT Austin for aerospace, like that shit matters. But anything below like the top schools, it doesn't really fucking matter.
It doesn't matter. But it does matter for if you're a political science major at like a dog shit university, people are like, well, that's a bullshit degree. You didn't do anything.
Yeah.
If you're a political science major at Harvard, it's still a bullshit degree. You didn't do anything, but it means you tested really high.
Yeah.
It means you're in a family. It means you're this or that or the other. Whereas for engineering, it's almost like for a lot of positions enough proof, the fact that you got through your engineering degree. It's like, well, like we were saying earlier with physics, you can't just be a dipshit and bullshit your way out of that. With business management or, communications or all this other shit, you can't. And so the level of school you go to all of a sudden matters a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of things covered tonight. We ended on a kind of a serious note here.
We did, yeah.
That's okay, though. We covered a lot of stuff. We talked about... I don't fucking know what we talked about. Probably like
bullshit, dude.
Probably like dicks,
like
chicks,
dick pics, like
dick pics.
dick pics. Yeah.
We probably like took some dick pics mid.
Yeah. The ethical foundations
pod.
of the origins of dick pics.
Yeah, something about that. So, anyways, I think we got to end it here, folks. We got to get more beers. So, cheers.